Let's bring in Axiom Strategies' Aaron Perini and American Principles Project President Terry Schilling. Thank you both for coming on. I don't know, Aaron, you may not want to shop at Kamala Mart, but her boss, the president, said this today about that plan. Watch.
I'm a capitalist. I have no problem with companies making money, but not by price gouging seniors and working families. Americans don't like being played for suckers. We believe we should be patient, but there should be reasonable profits, not unreasonable profits.
What do you think about price controls, this whole idea that the corporations are gouging people at the markets?
Price controls are not the answer here. On average, the grocery lobby put out today that the average margin for profit on a grocery store is about 1.8%. So the price gouging at grocery stores trying to make grocery stores look like they're the problem here is really misguided. You cannot control the supply and demand of the market by putting the heavy hand of government on it, but this is what Kamala has wanted to do. She has moved herself further to the left of Joe Biden, which is everything Republicans have been warning about, because now as she starts to talk policy, that veil is starting to drop to say she is the radical left Democrat that we've been warning everybody about, that you saw glimpses of in the 2020 campaign, but she didn't get very far, and now it's coming to fruition, and this is not the winning strategy for the American people.
And Terry Schilling, to you now, because here is Kamala talking up Bidenomics again and again and again.
It's a term we're very proud of, I must tell you, because Bidenomics is working. It's working.
As today's jobs numbers make clear, Bidenomics is working. Bidenomics. And Bidenomics is working.
Bidenomics. And Bidenomics is working.
Then suddenly, Terry, this is like 10-foot pole territory. She wants nothing to do with it.
No, that's exactly right. This has been a disaster. All of the inflation that American families are suffering under and job creators are suffering under right now are due to the rampant tax and spend policies by our federal government led by the Biden-Harris administration. It's obvious, it's clear to the vast majority of Americans that they aren't better off than they were 4 years ago. And I will be shocked if they don't choose to go a different direction this November.
Yeah, it's amazing because Axios says the Harris plan to redefine herself. It writes in part, a big part of the Harris plan is to unapologetically change some of her more liberal positions and claim her White House experience helped change her mind. Yes, when she was running for president in 2019, she was against fracking, for decriminalizing illegal border crossings, and for single-payer health care, Medicare for all. No more. She has backed off all three. A big and fair question is, what does Harris really believe, and maybe how long before she goes right back on her word, Aaron?
It's clear she already has. She's talking about putting in price controls and price fixing by the federal government at grocery stores. She's talking about eliminating the Trump tax cuts, which doubled the child tax credit, made it easier for families to be able to save for their children's future education, that lowered the tax burden on families so you could make more of your paycheck and keep more of your paycheck. She wants to make it harder to get ahead in this country by giving your money to the government. And as Ronald Reagan said, if the government is not going to be able to solve your issues. That's a paraphrase, obviously.
No. If they're knocking at your door, man, you just run. Vice President Harris was heckled today. Watch this.
Harris, please announce the Democrat.
She's in the background over to the right. She's going to get a lot more of this, Terry, in the future. I've got about 20 seconds for you.
No, I think that's exactly right. Listen, the reality is that Kamala Harris doesn't know where she stands on the issues, and I think that where she does stand on these issues is very unpopular. That's why she's not doing sit-down interviews. That's why she's hiding from the American people. And it's really important to know this, because how is she going to stand up to all of our foreign adversaries? How is she going to actually change the system and stand up to the corrupt Washington establishment and turn this country around? She can't do it if she won't at least sit down with a fawning media press and the MSNBC and CNNs of the world.
Got to talk to somebody at some point and sometime. Terry Schilling, Aaron Perini, thank you both.
My husband